Today I'm going to be talking about Charles Albright. Charles Albright was adopted when he was born. His mom was a teacher from some of the stuff that I've read, and she was very controlling when it comes to Charles. She made him play piano, and if he didn't do what she wanted him to, she would punish him by holding him down or doing something like that. But it is not known that she ever physically abused him or sexually assaulted him, but she was very controlling. And he started to get an obsession with taxidermy. And his mom would help him, and he would get like a box of eyes to put on the animals, and he would just stare at them and be like mesmerized by them. And in the very early 90s, prostitutes started going missing. The first one was Mary Pratt. Her friend was with her because they had a deal with this one man, so they both went, and something happened, and Mary and him got in an argument, and he shot her, and her friend ran away and went to a house, so the friend survived. And when she was asked what he looked like, she said he had salt and pepper hair. Well, the next victim, like a month later, was Susan Patterson. I think I'm saying her last name right. And, I forgot to mention, with Mary, during the autopsy, they found that her eyes were missing. And a month later, Susan Patterson, she was shot the same way. Basically, she was killed in the same manner that Mary was, and basically placed in the same position that Mary was. And come to find out, she didn't have her eyes either. So Charles went on, basically, he was undetected. No one knew that he was doing any of these things. And he had got married, and the wife had said that basically he had lost his job, and so she's seeing him as like this knight in shining armor, and then she probably realized that he wasn't what she thought he was. But as she was working, he would bring prostitutes to his rental houses. And everybody that knew him liked him. They said, he was a good guy. They didn't think he would do any of these things. He was a baseball coach, and everybody in that community liked him. But Cheryl Williams ended up the same thing, but unlike the other two victims were white. Cheryl was black, and he ended up doing the same thing that he did to the other two girls. And when he was coaching baseball, there apparently was a prostitute there, and his friend asked him, well, why don't you go talk to her? And he had made a comment, well, I think prostitutes should all die. That was his way of looking at it, and it is said, and I'm not for sure, that his birth mother was a prostitute. So, all these victims they all have their eyes out, and all they have is this one that survived, but they didn't have a lot to go on. And he was going to prostitutes and buying them food and all that, and he was basically just a free man. And when he finally was arrested, it's crazy because he was only actually convicted of one. The other two, they obviously, it was the same guy. But there wasn't a lot of evidence with the other two. So, that is the story of Charles Albright. He is in prison, and that is all. I hope you liked this video, and thank you just for watching, and God bless.